From shooting half-court threes to putting up video game-like stat lines, Caitlin Clark is having the best season of her Iowa career, which is really saying something because she's had one of the best college basketball careers you could possibly have. Iowa's one of the top-ranked teams in the entire country, mainly because Caitlin's leading them in almost every statistical category. Not only is she extremely entertaining to watch, she's doing things we've really never seen before. So far this season, she's been averaging over 31 points, 7 rebounds, and almost 8 assists, which is actually unbelievable for a 40-minute game. Plus, she just broke the Big Ten all-time assist record while at the same time leading the entire country in points and points per game. She is the definition of a walking offense. On top of having the range and shooting ability of Steph Curry, she's also one of the best passers in college. Since she can shoot or drive at literally any given moment, opposing teams will automatically double her whenever they can. But it doesn't even matter because Caitlin will find her open teammate every single time. It's really next to impossible to stop her, so all you can do as an opposing team is pray that she has a bad shooting night, which, as you can tell, doesn't happen very often. Plus, she's doing all this for her hometown team in Iowa University, which makes it even more special. Not to mention, she hasn't missed a game her entire college basketball career. Caitlin's an absolute bucket on top of being the most reliable player ever. I'm not gonna sit here and name every record she has, mainly because we'd be here all day, but the most impressive record that she doesn't have yet is the all-time points record. Yeah, Caitlin has a chance to score more points than any other women's college basketball player ever. She's just a few hundred points away from being the all-time leader and will also finish top 10 in assists. I hope you guys understand how crazy that really is. She's one of, if not the best scorer in women's college basketball history, and she's also one of the best passers of all time as well. Caitlin's just one of the best college basketball players, period. And if you haven't watched any of her games yet this season, then you need to because it's like watching an NBA player in college. In just 16 games so far this season, she's scored 30 points 8 different times, including 2 40-point games and 3 triple-doubles. Again, just absolutely insane stats. She's even packing out a lot of these arenas. Her name has gotten bigger and bigger every year to the point where she's become a bigger draw than a lot of NBA players. They even hosted an exhibition game before the season in Iowa's outdoor football stadium. Although the seating was very questionable, they had an attendance of 55,646 people, which set the women's basketball single game attendance record by almost double. And it was also a teaser for what was to come because Caitlin finished with a 34-point triple-double. The game raised over $250,000 for Iowa's Children's Hospital, and it was one of the highest attended women's sporting events of all time. There's a reason she's in commercials and has an NIL deal with Nike. And the only reason she's even in college still is because for some reason you need to be 4 years removed from high school to go to the WNBA. She also does technically have an extra year of eligibility because of COVID, so in theory she could stay another year and obliterate every college basketball record ever. But I highly doubt she'd actually do that. Instead, she will be drafted with the #1 overall pick to the Indiana Fever, who had the first overall pick last year as well, so Caitlin will be teaming up with Aaliyah Boston. She'll have a huge impact immediately, and just like Aaliyah Boston, she will probably be an all-star in her very first season. That, or she becomes a top 5 pick in the NBA draft. I mean, the Pistons could use a new type of spark. Seriously though, Caitlin has set the bar for herself incredibly high after what she did last season and is somehow playing even better. And that's after losing a few key players from last year's Iowa team as well. Some of Caitlin's final stat lines are actually unreal. She had a game against Drake where she finished with 35 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, and 7 steals, literally filling up the stat sheet on both offense and defense. Or against Loyola Chicago, she had 35 points, 17 rebounds, and 10 assists. Stat lines like that basically come on an every game basis, and again, we're not even halfway through the season. She can handle the ball as well as anyone in the country, and she can get a bucket on offense whether that's her or her teammates scoring at any given time. She finds open teammates that I don't even see open as a viewer, and when she does find them, she absolutely threads the needle. But even off the ball, she's an absolute monster. On top of being dominant in the pick and roll, she's just as good playing off the ball. Caitlin literally comes off these screens like she plays for the Warriors. She's constantly moving at all times. If you want to learn how to get open with just fundamentals alone, then watch Caitlin Clark. She has next to no flaws in her game, and I really can't wait to see her playing at the next level. But we still have a good amount of games left this season and of course another March Madness run. So until then, enjoy one of the best college basketball careers of all time. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Caitlin Clark, and please leave a like on the video to support the channel. Subscribe if you're new for more basketball videos just like this one.